For July 2025, the Diecast Exchange hosted its third Bone Shaker Challenge. The task for this build was to turn a 1/64th bone shaker into a drag shaker. For my drag shaker build, I started with this metallic red Team Hot Wheels bone shaker casting. As is customary, the build began with disassembly by drilling out the post rivets. I found the body and base from a Hot Wheels rock and railer in my leftover parts pile, so that became the primary parts donor for the build. My plan was to combine the base and nose from the rock and railer with most of the body from the bone shaker. I cut the body of the rock and railer in half, about 1 3/8 inch back from the nose, and put the back section back in the parts pile. I cut the front 1/4 inch off the bone shaker body, including its front mounting post, so I could replace it with the rock and railer nose and mounting post. The sides of the rock and roller nose were extended down about 1/16 of an inch to get a side profile that I liked. Next, I removed the box from the bone shaker body and shortened it to about half of its original length before reattaching it to the body. The post holes in the rock and railer base were used to relocate the rear mounting post on the bone shaker body. The wheelbase was set visually, and a hole was drilled through the bone shaker body so that a set of Real Rider slicks could be used to scribe the body sides for the location of the future wheel openings. Later, I would cut out the wheel openings using a rotary tool with a carbide bit. I then started working on the 3D printed parts to complete the build. Almost all of the 3D printed parts were able to be created by modifying CAD models that I had already created for previous builds. 3D printed parts used in the finished build include the front spoiler and skull, the engine, the interior tub, the steering wheel, the driver, and the roll cage, the rear wing and fuel tank. The rock and railer base required a few minor adjustments before I was satisfied with it. The body received a couple of base coats of bright yellow. This was followed by a coat of iridescent yellow to add some sparkle. Custom decals were designed and laser printed. After they were applied, several coats of clear were added to seal and protect them. Here's a look at the original red bone shaker I started with. And here's my finished Boneana drag race car. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the build.